Hey everyone, my name is Rakattack, a professional support player for teams like NRG Shock, Winthrop University, and Vegas Eternal from the Overwatch League. In my time playing support, I've been able to finish rank 1 and reach the peaks of Champion 2 and 4700 SR. I will be sharing my personal top 10 tips for Wuyang going into the Season 18 launch. Tip number 1, make sure to pick the Balance Minor perk along with the Ebb and Flow Major perk. The Balance Minor perk is a great way to increase your overall healing via the passive stream by 40% for 2 seconds. The Ebb and Flow Major perk is very impactful, as not only does it hit the enemy twice, but it also comes back and tags you for a second healing wave, increasing your survivability greatly. Tip number 2, make sure to keep an orb on someone at all times. This is a very basic but important tip. The beam has a 20-meter length along with a 5-second LOS forgiveness, so keeping high uptime shouldn't be a big struggle. It also pairs really well with the Balance Minor perk as it increases the passive healing overall. Tip number 3, your restorative stream or healing staff goes through walls for a small period of time. Wuyang's staff is very similar to Mercy, and using this, you can maximize your time behind cover from a safe position while still having your beam attached to your ally and keeping your team up. Number 4, Wuyang does have a very good burst healing potential. In the playtest, people heavily slept on Wuyang's healing amount. Make sure to use a wave along with the healing beam to heal your teammates for a lot of HP. However, you do lack a lot of healing resource in your staff, so make sure to keep weaving in damage and healing. Tip number 5, your Guardian Wave ability, or E ability, fills your heal meter about 33%. As we just talked about, Wuyang's healing is limited, so by utilizing this, you can create more uptime for your healing resource as it generates back over time very slowly. Tip number 6, when firing an orb at just the right time, you can get it to shoot the empowered orb, but it only costs 1 ammo. This is a more situational tip as you can no longer gain control of the movement of the orb, but it does greatly increase the damage potential at common choke points or shields as you're spamming. Tip number 7 is pretty broad, but keep your range. Close quarters are not good for Wuyang. Wuyang's orbs only do a total of 30 damage if your target is within 10 meters instead of the full 100 damage after the ball is empowered. Make sure to keep your distance and use corners to curve the balls into the enemy without peeking or taking poke damage. Tip number 8, when activating Rushing Torrent, you can redirect your movement against boops. This tip is very niche and unique, but is really good for getting out of these sticky situations that are usually unavoidable against heroes like Ball and his pile driver, which have a very long recovery window after being booped. Tip number 9 is to look to pick off or poke the backline when you can get your chance. Usually, your team cannot target the backline except for someone like a Tracer or a Sniper. However, if you can hit a squishy in the backline for 100 HP, they'll either get finished off by a flanker on your team or be forced to retreat from the fight for a while. And finally, tip number 10, Wuyang's ultimate can be very versatile. Tidal Blast gives 400 overhealth, a speed boost, and a stun for the enemy. This can be paired as an offensive attack on a diver that's going in. However, it can also be used defensively on your allies, similar to how Ana's Nano Boost can be used. Note that when you're ulting yourself, make sure to not get killed during the cast time, as it does take a while to get off. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you could learn a new thing or two from this video, and I will say that all of these are subject to change. So I'm sorry if this is a bit outdated at this point. If you would like to see something like this in the future for other heroes, leave a comment below, as this is my first attempt doing anything like this. Come watch me play some Wuyang at the Season 18 launch over at twitch.tv/Rakattack. Have a wonderful day, y'all.